back to Grassroots Media, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Greene County Express Amy Hawk Show, where we cover everything on the diamond with the South Greene Lady Rebels softball team. As always, I'm joined here with Lady Rebels head coach Amy Hawk and a cast of Lady Rebels. Coach, how are we doing this morning?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's another bright and early Wednesday morning. We've got another cast of Lady Rebels with us. Ladies, go ahead and introduce yourselves one by one.
Do I say my name?
Now tell them your name.
Kenna Marshall. I'm Reagan Arwood.
Haley Bird.
I think this finishes it, doesn't it?
This gets everyone, I hope. I think. The girls said so, right?
I think we made that joke last year when we got the last ones in. We have to go through the roster and mark everybody off each episode, so we might have to do that whenever I go back. I still need to make a tally of all their favorite sodas. I still need to come in next week and have a final of that.
Yeah, we need to survey that.
Yeah. This will be the end of the survey. They'll get that question later, though. But let's go ahead and talk about some softball first before we get into that. You've had 3 games since the last time we sat down and spoke. All 3 were actually county games. 2 of them being conference games. I know one of the games that we'll talk about didn't count as a conference game, but you had 2 games against Chucky Doak, one on Thursday, and then the Pink Out on Monday, and then a game against West Greene to finish your regular season on Tuesday. Talk about those 3 games. All 3 resulted in wins. How good does it feel to go on a winning streak at the end of the year?
It feels really good. We finished the conference undefeated, and sometimes, that can be a lot of pressure, to continue to win and not take something for granted and get complacent and lose your focus. But I don't think I've ever been undefeated in softball conference play.
The regular season.
Yeah, in the regular season. So that was really nice, and I'm glad we got to do that, this year for the kids, for the seniors especially. We had 3 really good games with Chucky Doak twice and West Greene. It was 2-0 with West Greene going into the 5th inning, or coming out of the 5th inning. They played really well defensively. We played well defensively too, but they were really, really good on defense. And I told Clinton I'd give him a shout out today because we didn't have catcher's equipment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was just miscommunication by the team. And anyway, so we had to borrow West Greene's catching gear, and we made it work. So shout out to Clinton for letting us. Coach Holland letting us borrow that.
Did they have an extra pair of equipment, or did you all have to share the same exact one through the whole game? Okay,
no,
good.
They just gave us their extra set or old set or whatever it was. I don't know, but Courtney made it work.
But you get those wins over Chucky Doak, too. We talked about the Pink Out game, how great of an event it is every single year. I saw the pictures. You had a new edition of pink jerseys. I know they had pink on, too. How great of an event was that on Monday?
It's a tradition that we started, I can't remember how many years back, but I'm glad we get to continue to do that and, recognize breast cancer.
And I know for you all also, you were part of that game on Monday against Chucky Doak. How cool of an event was that to be a part of that Pink Out game that's pretty much been a tradition for years and years and years, as we had mentioned last week?
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
And I know finishing 10-0 within the conference was something that we had talked about up to this year, where you had an opportunity to do it. I didn't want to jinx it, but it was a conversation it seemed like every week. And for once, I didn't jinx something. That seemed to be a trend this year, where I've jinxed everything, but you finished the regular season 10-0. It puts you in that number 1 spot going into the district tournament, which we'll talk about a little bit on the back half. How much of a relief does it feel to be at the end of the regular season here and have all those games out of the way and finish with a 0 in the loss column?
Well, each week I feel like it got tougher and tougher. That pressure was there to try to finish on top and to try to stay undefeated, and we just try to take one game at a time.
And I know for you all, you finished 10-0 within the regular season. It's something that she might have talked about. I don't know if you talked about it in the clubhouse any, or if it was just us that talked about it on this show, but you finished 10-0 within the regular season. How cool does that feel to finish the regular season with a 0 in your loss column?
It's cool. Yeah.
So going forward now, you've got the district tournament. I know you got the 1 seed in that. How comfortable are you being in the 1 seed in this?
Well, when you get to tournament, I don't know that you can be comfortable. We've got ourselves in a really good position where if we win 1 game, we're automatically in the region. But I don't know that you can get comfortable in any position, because when it gets to tournament, it's like you're starting all over again. Everybody's on a clean slate.
And what you had mentioned, too, that is kind of different from a lot of people is yours is single elimination. It isn't double elimination, so you don't kind of have that comfortable position in the 1 seed knowing that if you lose, you can slip back into that loser's bracket and still find your way into regionals. You're in that semifinal game automatically, which I guess makes you sort of more comfortable because instead of winning 2 games to get into regionals, it's just 1. But with single elimination, I understand there's really no part of being comfortable in that situation.
No, you can't get comfortable in a single elimination tournament. Like you said, if it's double, you could lose one and go, oh, we can come out of it. But with single, I mean, you got to bring your A game every single time.
And I know you really don't know who you play as of right now. You'll find that out later. Today we're filming this on Wednesday, and you mentioned you've got the meeting later today, so
Yes.
we'll talk about it just a little bit. Don't know who they're playing as of right now, though. I guess by the time this airs, you'll probably know who you're playing, but we'll cover that in just a minute. We need to get a break on screen first, so we'll be right back to preview that district tournament right after a word from our sponsors, Grassroots Media.
For more than 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has served customers in East Tennessee with licensed and professional plumbing services. From installing your new faucet to replacing your existing piping system, our team at Tommy's Plumbing is trained to handle the job with professionalism, attention to detail, and integrity. By offering warranties on most products installed by our technicians, Tommy's Plumbing stands behind our work, ensuring that your plumbing needs are not only met, but that your problem is solved for the long term. When you need reliable and professional plumbing service, Tommy's is the only call to make. So give us a call today and let us show you the Tommy's difference.
Pizza Inn's new Right Way Buffet is open and ready for you and your family. Now with new garlic buttery crust and stuffed crust pizza, along with salads and desserts. It's the best part of your day. The all-day, everyday buffet. Only at Pizza Inn Greenville.
At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Corner Pond is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Corner Pond help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greenville, Tennessee.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Greene County Express Amy Hawk Show, where we cover everything on the diamond with the South Greene Lady Rebels softball team. As always, I'm joined here with Lady Rebels head coach Amy Hawk and a cast of Lady Rebels. So we talked about the district tournament just a minute ago. You don't really know who you're playing as of right now. You know it'll probably either be Happy Valley or West Greene in that 4-5 matchup with you being the 1 seed. So you played West Greene very recently. I know both of their games have been recent on your schedule because of all the cancellations and postponements have kind of pushed them to the back end of your schedule. Happy Valley, you had one big win at the beginning of the year, and you had another good win, a good quality win later on in the season. So preview what you expect out of both teams going into the end of the season here. I know Happy Valley might be a little bit of a different team considering it's been a while since you played them, but West Greene you might be seeing the same team. So what could you expect out of both teams?
I feel like if we get matched up against West Greene, it's going to be a tough game. They're pretty solid on defense, like I talked about before. And Happy Valley, when we went to Happy Valley, they played us pretty tough out there. We were hitting the ball, but they were making some good plays, so I expect it to be, a tough competition no matter which team that we get matched up against.
And I know the district tournament, too, is always on a neutral side, but always one team within the conference hosts. So who's hosting this year and who kind of gets the advantage in that sense?
Well, actually, for the last 3 years in this district, I don't know if COVID had an effect on this or if we were just trying to think about travel, but we let whoever the top seed is be host. So we will host the game.
Okay.
And if we win, we'd host again.
So you would get the advantage going into it this year.
Yes.
So that's nice. I guess going back to last half, we talked about not really being comfortable in this setting. Does it feel a little more comfortable knowing that you'll be at home in these games?
Always, when you get to play at home, I think you feel more comfortable. You have more fans here, and that brings a lot of energy to the team and a lot of energy, and just in the atmosphere. It's not so. We had to go up and play at Johnson County last year, and traveling 2 hours is not ideal, and going to someone else's home field to play is not to your advantage. So if you've worked hard and like we have this year and done well and get to host, it pays off.
I'm sure it feels a lot better knowing that first game where you're in an elimination setting is going to be at home.
Yeah, I think there's less pressure. Like I said, you feel the support when you're getting to play at home, and you know what to expect.
And I know for seniors too, we don't have any seniors on here, but it's great for them to get to play at home again too, because when you have senior night, you never know if you're going to be able to play at home too. So how good is it for those seniors to get to play maybe the minimum of 2 more games at home?
I think that they're looking forward to it, and I think that they have, set the goal to do that this year. Because at the beginning of the year when we have our meeting up front, we decide what we're going to do with the tournament. So the kids knew going in that it was a possibility that if we won the conference that we would get to host. So that's kind of been their goal all year.
And how excited are you all to be in the postseason now? Because I know the postseason is always the most fun time of the year. It's always got the most, I guess, you're kind of nervous, but you're kind of excited for it, and it's finally that time of the year. So what's your feelings going into the postseason now with the district tournament ahead?
Don't say it's cool.
It's kind of stressful.
A little stressful?
Yeah, stressful.
Why is that?
Just because if you lose, then you're done.
This might be the least talkative bunch we've had so far.
Yeah, probably.
What conversation can we have to get the most out of them? I'll do this one because this one usually gets some good answers. Scale of 1 to 10. How much do you enjoy playing for Coach Hawk? Be truthful. Be honest.
Oh, 10.
Okay. Safe answer.
10.
Safe answer.
10.
All safe answers. There
They're
we go.
smart. They're smart girls.
They
okay?
are.
We've not had tryouts yet.
That's true.
Okay.
So they've got to make the team next year again.
That's
It's
right.
it's around the corner too, isn't it?
Yeah. It really has been, no matter what happens from here on out, it's been a great season. It's a great bunch of kids.
So I know we talked about the survey that we're gonna have. Favorite sodas? Do you have
Dr.
one?
Enough.
Dr. Nuff, that's the leader right now. I think that's
so.
the leader.
I think so.
Coke.
Coke's up there too.
Dr. Enough.
Dr. Nuff, see, Dr. Nuff might be pulling away with this now.
I can't think of any good stories on these two off the top of my head, but I got to tell you a Ken story.
Okay, go ahead.
So she's up to bat, and she kept, pulling her head out, and we told her to keep her head down, and she took that literally. The pitcher starts the pitch, you're supposed to be keeping your eye on the ball. No, she had her literal head down. She was waiting for the exact moment to come to the exact spot, and then she was going to hit the ball. But she kept her head down.
That's a learning experience.
Yeah, I can't think of anything on these two off the top of my head, but there's probably something they've done. Or maybe they did, and I didn't catch it. But
This is one that I've not asked yet, that this might get a response out of some of them. I know you tell some stories about the girls sometimes. Give us some Coach Hawk stories.
there's probably not anything they want to repeat on film or on camera.
Is there any?
I'm a funny person.
Scale of 1 to 10, how funny is Coach Hawk?
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're
You
giving
have
us
to
a lot of safe
you have to get
answers.
my sarcasm though. If you don't get my sarcasm, then
If we asked the girls questions, if we had the whole team out here, would there be any girls that give you 100% honest answers?
Oh yeah, I think there'd be some.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there'd be some.
I know there was, I won't say it because we had to cut that part out, but there was one that gave me a very honest answer one
Was
time.
it Courtney?
It was Katie.
No.
Katie?
It was, it might have been.
Yeah, it was Katie.
I think it was. Not going to repeat it because, of course, I had to cut that out,
I don't
but
even remember what she said.
she was very honest in that regard.
I don't remember what she said. It didn't hurt my feelings. So.
No, it wasn't about you, though.
Oh.
It wasn't
I thought
about you.
was.
That's the good thing. No, it wasn't about you. That was a good thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't remember.
But you've got the district tournament ahead. I know you really don't know who you play at the moment, but you'll know soon enough. You've got the meeting later today. I guess that's all we've got for this episode. Ladies, thank you all for joining us. Once again, Coach, thank you for joining us. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Greene County Express Amy Hawk Show. Look forward to seeing you all next time here on Grassroots Media.